Hello, my little bugs. Hello. That is how I'm gonna introduce and do my intros. This point forward. Oh my god, English is so hard. And I'm gonna call you my little bugs because my nickname when I was younger was Haley Bug. And I just love the idea of just calling you guys my little bugs. So I hope you don't mind. But hello and welcome to another video. As you can see on the title of this video, I have another trip video. And if you have seen my Hozier concert vlog, you know that I am doing this to save storage on my phone, but then also make these cute little memory videos for myself that I can look back on. And I also wanted to share with you guys because some of you guys might have ideas to visit places and want to see where people visited in certain places, and not only that, but I personally believe that if you watch a video of like where you want to go and you just think about it and you make action towards it, it will manifest in your life. Personally, that is what I believe, but believe what you gotta believe. And if you're just watching this for fun to see my little adventure, then heck yes, I love that you're here. So anyway, as you saw in the title, this is my New York vlog, I guess you could say. More like a look back on my New York trip. But yeah, a little background information. So it is currently December 2025, and this took place February 2024, near the end of my junior year in high school. And it was, if you have been a part of choir in high school, a lot of choirs do choir tours. Same with like orchestras, they do tours and whatnot. Like my friend, she was in the orchestra and she was able to go to California and Disneyland and just have a bunch of fun our junior year. Whereas me, I got to do the same thing, but in New York. But for my choir tour, and now mind you, I did not go for free. It was $1,500. I had to pay $1,500 to go. So don't think that I just was like, okay, we're going to New York. I went to New York, didn't have to pay. No, I worked my butt off that year. I had so much anxiety that year because I was like, I just have to get this money. And also I was just having anxiety because it was getting close to being done with high school, and my boyfriend at the time was graduating high school because he was a year older than me. So it was a hectic year, and I was so glad and so grateful to be able to go to New York at the end of that school year. And I am so glad that I'm able to look back at this memory and just be so grateful. And it changed me as a person. It totally matured me as a person. And yeah, to this day, I'm so grateful that it happened. Looking back on these photos, I look like a baby, but at the same time the same. And I don't know how that is possible, but it is. So you can obviously tell that I am way younger than I am now. And yeah, and a lot of photos are of my friends and stuff, and there was like 90 students in total. And it was at times so hectic, but it was so worth it. And like, and even if you ask my family members, they are so glad that I was able to do that trip and to come back and be able to say that I traveled, because my parents, we did not have a lot of money growing up, so we didn't really travel a lot. I mean, when I was younger, my mom would take us to St. George, which was only a couple hours away. My dad took me to Yellowstone when I was younger, which same thing, only a couple hours away. So I wasn't really able to travel a lot, and technically when I was really, really, really young, we traveled, but I have no memory of it whatsoever. So before this point, I had never really gone out of state and yet so far away, which, for background information, I am from Utah, if you did not see my introduction video, which if you haven't, you should go check that out. But yeah, so that's a little background information of this video. And yeah, let's get into it.
With the 4-seat on the floor, and we waiting at the door. You know that I ain't ready, she's a music ready. Please like it.
Everybody to the dance!
Go freestyle and you're running on the boulevard. Yeah, freestyle and you're close to breathe, that's right. You want to breathe, the chicks are screaming. The breeze is like that. Yeah, let's see what the fresh straight lights and dirty trees, yeah. I'm a man of dash, what do you want the twins of you? If the pussy feels a shot, she can get on the house. You know that I ain't ready, she's a new ready. It's a light there.
Everybody clap your hands!
Yeah, y'all can clap, come on. Okay, now stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back in the brain, new edition, something. Cause the whole need time. Alright, should we do this for them? Summer loving, having a blast.
Summer loving, happened so fast.
I met a girl crazy for me.
Met a boy, cute to me.
Summer days drifting away. Little up on the summer night. I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives. Heedless of the gifted is to be them. If I were in their sin, I treasure every exit out there. So goodbye, we say, it will taste no warning out there like ordinary men who freely walk about there just one day, and then I swear I'll be content with my share.
I'm at the place where they filmed Gossip Girl, and I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out.
Hey, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and the photos and all of that. I was going to mute most of the videos that I took, especially because they were only like 10 seconds long, but I think it just makes it so much more realistic that you can hear me and my friends talking in the background of the videos and stuff, because really it was chaotic. Like, there was one video where I was in Times Square and I was trying to take a video and I wasn't paying attention to where I was walking and ran into a table. And I laughed so hard in that moment, and it was very chaotic, to say the least. And then there's another video near the end where I am at the, what is it? The train place. Oh my god. I know the name of it. Like, if you asked myself then in that video what the name of that place was, I would have answered in 2 seconds. Because, as you can tell, I loved Gossip Girl at the time. And I was so excited that I was there. But yeah, I have a lot of photos and videos from this time. So I just put in the main ones that I love and the main things that we did, which was go to Back to the Future Broadway show. We went to Wicked. We even went to the photo where, I don't know if you guys remember this photo, but the photo where all of us, including my teacher, are in that photo, that was a Broadway workshop that we did. And we were able to work on one of the songs from Wicked. And oh my God, it was so amazing, so fun, so many, like all of these things that we did were just so fun. And there were other things that we did that I don't have photos of, like me and my friends went to Barnes & Noble at some point because I was begging them to go to Barnes & Noble, and they were like, okay, fine. And I got some books there. I can't remember exactly what books that I bought, but I was so happy because I also saved up enough money where I could buy souvenirs and stuff and food. And that was the other thing that was so great, is that my choir tour, they did this thing where they give you a card, and it's like a food card, and it has a certain amount of money on it, and you can use that for any of your meals. And what's nice is, like, so it would be the morning, and we would have free breakfast at the hotel. And then later in the day, if we wanted lunch, we would use the money on the card to go and buy lunch, right? And say they gave us 20 on the card, and then we used that. Well, then the next meal, say for dinner, they would give us yet another 20 to pay. And what was smart is they didn't do it all at once. They, money-wise, they would give us only a certain amount of money at a certain amount of times. But what was also nice is there was multiple times where, like, we ordered as a group. Like, there was, like, I think it was like the first night after watching Back to the Future, because that was like literally the first thing that we did, because we came to the place, and because there were two groups, so there was like 30 kids in one airplane, 30 kids in another. The first 30 kids left at like 11 p.m. at night and got to New York really early in the morning, and then went to Chinatown and did some fun things. Where my group, we left at like 4 a.m. in the morning and got there in the evening, and then met up with the first group, and then immediately went to Back to the Future. And then after Back to the Future, we had Chipotle. Yes. So we would do things like that. So, like, the first group had entirely different itinerary than we did at some points, where other points we would be together. Like, when we went to go to Wicked, both groups were together, and all the things. And then, at the end of the trip, the first group left first, and then the second group was supposed to leave after. Well, my teacher got some things wrong, because why the first group was supposed to be leaving, so there's not, was leaving, we were supposed to go to Chinatown, because there was like the whole idea of like, they got to go to Chinatown, so we get to go to Chinatown. But sadly, we miscalculated the timing, and so we got on the subway to go to Chinatown, and then my teacher was like, guys, I miscalculated. We have to get out and go get our bags and get ready to get to the airport. And so many of us were bummed because we really wanted to go to Chinatown, because the other group was able to go to Chinatown. So we were like, this is so sad. But so that is like a goal for myself, is to be able to go back to New York and actually be able to check out Chinatown, because that was like the one thing we didn't do. But yeah, we went to Times Square. We even, when we were at Times Square, so like what was cool about this whole thing was that they also just let us roam wherever we wanted. So like everybody went to Times Square together at the same time. But then my teacher was like, okay, I'm going to give you guys like this much time, and you're going to go with a group, and you're just gonna go check out things that you want. So we were able to check out a lot of gift stores and all of the things, and we even went to the 2-story Olive Garden. 2 stories? Yes. And oh my god, even though we had Olive Garden in Utah, the Olive Garden in New York was so good. I did have a photo of us at Olive Garden, but I cannot find it on my computer, and it's not on my phone, not on my iCloud. So I know it exists somewhere, but we did go to Olive Garden. I can promise you that. But yeah, and there were so many things that we did and so many stores that we did that I just did not videotape. Like, we also went to Rockefeller Center and saw the Christmas tree because the Christmas tree was still up. And we also went to the 9/11 memorial, which we didn't go inside the museum, so I wasn't able to take photos of that. But I didn't take any photos because I just wanted to be in the moment and really just like be there in the moment. I think me and my friends, we got really sad, so like we sat to the side and messed around with some pigeons, and I have like a video of that, but I didn't want to include that because I did not want to seem like I was being insensitive or anything towards that in particular. But yeah, but that visit was really hard on a lot of people, which honestly it is. So, but yeah, I had so much fun, and it was so funny because my parents were like, oh no, she's gonna get homesick and she's gonna want to call us all the time and she's gonna be upset and cry. But no, I was like fully independent. I would have breakfast by myself in the mornings. I would get ready by myself. Like, I was so independent, and when I came back, they could totally see that changed in me, and I long for it again. I'm 19 and I still live with my parents, and I long for that independence again. So hopefully it'll come. But yeah, but I totally recommend going to New York. It's so fun. And I was so grateful to be able to go with friends and stuff, and just the luck that I had that year was insane, and I'm just forever grateful that I got to experience this. And I will say, even though my biggest things are like, oh, it was so fun, it was so amazing, there were some downsides. I am plus size, and walking around that much was horrible. I remember, like, at night, I would barely be able to move in the first couple of days, and like, it was horrible. And also, I only packed jeans, so chafing on the legs and horrible pain. And I also started my period right before we were supposed to leave. So this whole experience, like, even though I had so much fun and so much independence, I had to deal with some things that I had never dealt with before. And I think that's what made me even more independent, is not only was I able to do things by myself without my parents checking on me 100% of the time and like with me, I had to go through these things in pain and stuff. So yeah, so make sure that if you're plus size and you're going on a trip, to make sure that you prepare and don't just bring jeans. And those are the cons that we went through. But yeah, so that is my takeaway from this whole trip that I was able to go on. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that this inspired you to maybe take a trip to wherever you wanted, or whatever. I don't know. You guys do you. And yeah, well, that's it for today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye, little bugs.